everybody, this is Black Lion. I want to share with you three things today in this video. They're very important to me, but also it can be very important to yourself, especially if you're shaping your life in terms of career, in terms of work, in terms of family, relationship. Most of these things will be very critical to you. Now, these three things, I'm telling you, no matter where you are, no matter which economy you go to, which environment you land in, these three things are going to be very critical to you. Now, I'm sharing this in this video today, and I hope you might find value in this. One of them is time. Second is word. And then the third is loyalty. Time. Why do I say time is very critical? It's important to keep time. Many people have said, time is money, time is everything. It's not just about money, because money doesn't make life. Money doesn't make everything. Alright? I do know that most of you might deviate from this, but time is critical in form of keeping it. Keeping time is the subject that I'm discussing right now. For example, if you're gonna be applying for jobs, you're gonna have to be asked to go for interviews. If you're gonna be, in relationship, you're gonna have a date, you're gonna have appointments for investments and all these things that you want to do. If you don't keep time, it is the most important factor that can determine who your personality is, and it can form a negative impression on yourself and your life. So people will always be able to decide and make a decision before you even have to speak, because what you say introduces you, or how you look like, or what you act like before you speak introduces you to your people or your audience before you can even say anything. So you never get the second chance to make the first impression. And most of the time we ruin our first impression by coming late or showing up late. Always show up on time, because you have the control of this. The only thing you don't have to control of in terms of time is death, because when death comes you have no control, but everything else you got the control. So if you're going for that interview, make sure you show up on time. If you gotta be there at 10 a.m. in the morning, you show up 30 minutes early. If you're gonna have to show up even 1 hour early and prepare, it is better. Look at it even in form of the battlefields and all this. When people are going to war, the battle militia person that always is successful, uses time as his factor. If he's going to fight and they say they're going to have a fight in this field, he appears 1 hour, some day before. He prepares ground for this and keeps you prepared. So take that as a note. Time is very critical. It doesn't matter what it is you're going to do, you're going to have to keep time. Most of us don't. I myself, I have struggled with keeping time before until I have made it one of the things that I don't mess with. So keep time always. It will show up on your results and it will introduce you real good. Right. Point number 2, word. Word, by word I mean when you're going to say you're going to do something, you do it. If you say you're going to, participate in something, you do it. The least you can do is get back to somebody. If you're not going to get back to them, you get back to them and tell them, I'm not able to do this because of 1, 2, 3, A, B, C, and blah, and blah, and blah. Because that getting back to that person shows your responsibility level is so high up there, right? So always be able to do that. Keep your word, because you are judged by your word. When your second person you're speaking to, your second party, doesn't know what your plans are until you mention them. And when you mention these plans, you are judged basing on that. So whatever you say, it's going to be what you're going to be judged on. Alright, so it's better you keep your word. If you're not going to do something, you say it. This is attached with phone calls as well. I must say there's so many behaviors that people have learned in different markets. Now I'm here in this market. Sometimes people say they're gonna call you and they don't call you back. People say they're gonna give you this time and they'll let you know that we're gonna do it around this time, and they don't do this. So it's very critical for you to understand that and try to keep your word. Back in the day, there was no these things of signing contracts and all these things and having paperwork, 40-page paperwork, we're going to do this, we're going to do it, and then you sign and put your ink and then you put your thumbprint, put all these things, because what's most important is the word, right? People just only give their word, and that was enough. You tell the person you're going to do something and they do it. And it breaks people so much. If you say you're going to do something and you don't do it, take an example like this. For kids, when you tell a child you're going to do something, most of the children before the age of 6, they're so innocent. When you tell a child you're going to do something and you don't do it, how does that child look at you? The child looks at you with so much disappointment, with so much disrespect. And if you want to do something, always do it like a child does. So that's why I say keep your word always. And because your word determines your personality, determines who you are, and determines what you're able to get out of life, right? Point number 3 is loyalty. You see, loyalty is the determinant of how you are going to keep the people around you. You are going to keep your relationships around you. Your, work ethics, everything revolves around loyalty. Loyalty to your boss, loyalty to your partner, loyalty to your, to your country, loyalty to so many things, loyalty to the person who is supporting you. Never bite the hands that feeds you. Most you can take out of this is when you're going to do something and it's going to affect you, the least you can do is inform that person about it. For example, you've been attacked by somebody, maybe it's at work, maybe it's somewhere, and someone else is saying, a lot of words about the person that you know, and things are not working out right for that person. So what you're going to do? You inform that person and tell them, you know what, this has happened to me. They said this, and the other about you, and they asked me to do this. I'm gonna act as I'm supposed to act, but I've taken time to warn you, I've taken time to inform you about it, and that person will be able to appreciate that. That's what I call loyalty. It doesn't mean all the time you have to do what they want you to do, okay? But you can at least inform them if you're not gonna do what they expect you to do, all right? So that's the loyalty point of it. It works for life, it works for jobs, it works for for honor, for code, for country. It works for relationship, much more. It works for relationship more than anything else. Anything else. So if we lose our loyalty, we're nothing. Because without loyalty, there are symbols of use. Anyone can use you anytime for as much as they want. Now I hope this helps out. And that's what I had for you today. If you like it, you can subscribe and share with friends and invite other people, because there's a lot more we can discuss. And for now, you just go on and have a good time. Cheers and bye.